the OhioRAAM Show.
Well, hello, Jim.
Hey, Lee, how are you doing tonight?
Well, I've had a shower, actually.
I got mine Saturday night when I got home. Well, Saturday morning when I got home,
You know, I had
about
a shower
4
here
a.m.
right next door in the next room, but
Yep.
you get to that. At night, I just crash, you know. I don't want to take a shower.
I heard
Well,
that.
Jim, let's have an update. The last time
Yes.
we talked to you, you were being evicted
Yes.
from your happy home there
you
in
go.
Lancaster, Ohio. What happened?
Well, basically, where we set up, it's McDonald's in the old UDF parking lot. So, at some point over the last 2 years, they were supposed to tear down the building. We couldn't get an exact date, so we went ahead and set up there anyway. And lo and behold, they picked Friday morning to come and start tearing stuff up. So when I got up that morning, there was a big backhoe, and they were tearing trees out, etc. And we had to tear down all of our tents, move them so they could tear down stuff, and then we had to set them back up, which we did, thank goodness, and got everything going before we had any more riders through. So we were happy about that. But John was a godsend because it took him and I 4 hours after they were done to get the parking lot back where we could have riders come through and people park there. So we're still there. So we're still there the rest of the time. So it turned out good and turned out okay. It was just a lot more work.
Well, like I said, that was our OhioRAAM show first. We
Yes.
never had either one of it. Hope you don't get evicted tonight. Jim.
No, I hope not, because I'm at home. That would be a bad thing. Unless Mr. The great weather gets us tonight, we'll be okay.
Hey, let's. We've sent out some invitations. We've had
Yes.
one taker,
Yep.
Jerry Brick. Let's bring him in here.
All right,
Let's
let me
get him
get him
on
in
the
here.
conversation.
All right, there we are. Hey, Jerry.
Hey guys.
We really appreciate you.
Yeah, and
Much.
we weren't sure anybody would be watching tonight. We do have a guest out there somewhere, and if you'd like to join us, I just put in the comments there the link.
Yes.
Just click on it, and be sure to put your proper name in, not Bugs Bunny or something like that, so we know we can have some assurance of who you are.
Yep.
And we'll be glad to have you in here. I suppose everybody associated with RAM is either sleeping, eating,
Or partying. There you go.
Or partying, or just they don't want to hear about it at all.
There you go.
Hey,
So-
Jerry, we had
Go ahead.
quite a RAM, didn't we?
Sure did. It was unbelievable.
How did it look like coming from Kansas?
Well, I didn't get to go down to watch any of the racers,
Mm-hmm.
but I plan to do that in the future. So I was following some of the people coming through the state, and they really, the early people had it easy because the weather was much better this year than it is normally.
Yes.
We didn't have as much wind as heat as normal, but I think some of the latter people had to deal with it in the last a few days anyway.
Yep.
So
Okay, so what do you think about the results, Jerry?
well, it's just unreal. Isa was in lead for what most of, if not all, the race, wasn't she?
Yep.
As
And I was
best
just wondering.
as best I can know, I think she took over about Congress. Time station 6,
Okay.
Yep.
somewhere in there.
And it
Danny told
seemed like
me
she always had at least a 150-mile lead on everybody.
at one point she did. But then I think in her wisdom, or her coach's wisdom, one or the other,
Yep.
they decided to sacrifice some miles of lead and get a little more rest, because I saw her stop time was increasing a little more than it had been.
Probably
which
a
was-
smart tactic.
Yeah, I mean, when you got that time, why not take it? By the way, that reminds me, today is Slovenian Independence Day.
Oh,
So
excellent.
to all of our people out there from Slovenia, happy Independence Day. For those of you watching, you can come on the show and join Jerry right down here. Just go down, look down there in your comments on
Yep.
Facebook or YouTube. You'll see a link. Click on it and be sure to put your name in there, and we'll bring you on.
Definitely.
We'd be glad to have you chat. We're just talking about friends here,
There you go.
and we've had one taker so far. So come on in.
Definitely, and you can do it from your phone. You don't have to be on a PC or anything.
Right.
And phone will probably work the best.
Yeah, actually, phones work. I think they give us a better video than most of our PCs. Jerry, I think it's probably you. Can you turn your speaker down just a little bit and still hear us?
Yeah, hang on a second.
If you could still hear us, I think we're getting a little echo, and it's
Yeah.
probably from you.
I did look, and his echo cancellation is on. So,
Okay.
Is that better?
yes, test.
Yeah, I test.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yes.
think so. It's just, I think it's a little better.
And comments are live for all of you out there that are
Yeah,
watching.
you can still make your comments.
Yes, definitely.
We'll get those.
Yep.
Okay. Now, the listing I'm seeing on the website,
Mm-hmm.
there's a few anomalies. On their Facebook page, they listed, let's go down the list as I have them.
Okay.
I have Isa Pulver, first place.
Mm-hmm.
Then came Lionel Poggio,
Yep.
also from Switzerland. Marek Rapinski from Poland.
Yep.
Leah Goldstein from Canada.
Yep.
And Kabir Bashir from India. And then Heather Poskovich from Iowa.
Correct.
But when they put them on the site, I wonder if this is just an error. They had Heather above Kabir.
And that could have been. I know they were messing with
It was too much time for
Yes.
the deficit to be
Yep.
involved. It was
Okay,
about
you're right.
2 hours.
Yes, I see
I
that.
didn't go back to look up what the deficit was, but so I think some of this has to do, Jim, with the long shuttle they had,
That's correct.
how they were going to time that.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of chit chat about how that was done. I am not going to gainsay anybody.
Yep.
I am glad that I didn't have the job of figuring out how to deal with that.
Oh, I totally agree with you. I mean, the same kind of thing happened at Sebring, where we had a little issue where some things happened and had to go back and adjust all the timing, and I wouldn't want to be that person to do that
Yeah.
for anything.
If you look at the average speeds, that's
Mhm.
also out of whack because it shows Rapinski having a faster average speed
Yes.
than Poggio, and that can't be right.
No, I don't see
So,
how.
it's
Yep.
in the heat of battle, how they get all this data in here, and all we do out here is just sit and pick at it.
I know, and that's not right.
Not right.
It's a very. They do a great job getting what we've got out there and get done. It's excellent.
We don't. I mean, they're working night around the clock.
Yep.
I think they have some of this automated now, don't they,
Yep.
Jim?
Yes, they do. They
So-
still have to call into headquarters and say, "Hey, I'm here,"
Yeah.
or use the app. But yes.
Yeah, they do have some of it automated, but I keep mentioning the fact back in the olden days we had to send a car back. We'd say go back 100 miles,
Yep.
and then come forward and write down the locations of all the racers.
There you go.
And that's how we got. So if the tracker's down for 15 minutes, people lose their cool.
Yeah. Did you see Wheels' picture he posted? Wheels Bush, the official.
No,
He was standing by a payphone saying he was calling back into headquarters. It was a great picture. Wheels did a great job there.
How would you even find it?
There you go.
These days, it's wonderful. Well, I It's been a fantastic race. At one point, I thought we might have 1, 2, 3 women. It was a possibility.
Exactly, and that
But,
we've always talked about it, and
but, yeah,
the women have a lot more mental strength, I think, than us men.
I think so. And if you stop and think about it, you look at these 6 top riders.
Yep.
3 of them are women,
Yes.
including the first one. And so this affirms what we here at the OhioRAAM Show have been arguing all these years,
Yep.
that if there were just more women riding, we would see more women winning.
That's right. Exactly.
It's just the pool is too doggone small.
Definitely.
What do you think about that, Jerry?
Well, just on a personal note, some of the just local riders we have here in Kansas that I ride with, some of the best riders are the women.
Yep. Same here.
They seem to be more dedicated, less excuses about going out and ride, and they're frankly pretty fast.
Yep.
And yeah, so it's not really surprising that they're doing so well now.
Yes.
And I think the longer the distance, the better there are.
Oh, definitely. And the one thing I noticed at 42 this year, it was kind of a strange race year all around. I mean, normally we see people breaking in Ohio. Everybody that came through, good mood, happy, cruise, everybody, which is unusual. And it seemed like a lot faster race this year. And I don't know if that was because it was cooler in the west or
Cooler
what.
in the west, and the earlier ones got that wind advantage there in Kansas.
Yep, I felt bad for them though because we had a strange weather pattern here in Ohio. Hitting Blanchester, they had a headwind the whole way.
Yeah.
Until Friday.
We always warn people, hey, anybody out there, come on, go down there in the comments.
Yeah, give us a shout out.
You'll see a link. Just click on it and come on in here. We'd like to talk with you.
Definitely. Get your opinion on what the race was like for you.
Jim and I just woke up. Do you watch around the clock, Jerry, when the race is on?
No, I still work. So I try and get it in the evenings. So I'd miss a lot of it and try and catch up.
Work. What's that?
Yeah.
We all know what it is.
Hey, listen. One of the great discoveries of the RAAM 2023 just popped in here. Claire.
Yeah, she's getting there. Hi, Claire.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
You got a little.
Yeah,
we can hear you. Okay. We just you got a little signal lag there.
Sorry.
We're not going to worry. Well, it's
Don't be
all
sorry.
your fault. We know that. We know it's your fault that the signal's lagging a little. Claire, the first thing we recruit her after the race has started. And we recruit her after the race has started to do videos for us. And the first thing she does, she gets an interview with Nancy and John Guth. How's about that, Jim?
That is amazing. The king and queen of ultra cycling right there.
There you go. I mean, and then that video that you did in Ulysses, that was so good.
Excellent job.
That was great. And we've been in touch with Marita. Marita is the correct.
Marita, yes.
About doing something with us next year, all because of you. And let's see. Now, where are you from? Tell us, Claire.
Yeah,
sorry, I've got a slight problem with my signal as well now. Sorry, so I took into here as well.
Can you tell us where you're from, Claire?
So I'm from Wolverhampton in England, so not far from Birmingham in the
Outstanding.
Well, England, obviously.
Yeah.
You're breaking up a little bit. But
Yeah.
That's, that's life and when we're doing mobile stuff. So, what do you think about the race, Claire? Had you ever? You have some background in ultracycling, don't you?
Yeah, we lost her.
I don't think that crosstalk is coming from Jerry or her, either one.
Hang on, let me.
There's some. Check. I don't think it's coming from either one of us, any of us.
No, it was coming from her because when
It's
she
coming
dropped
from
it, went
her,
away. Yeah. Give a shout out to Beth Levering from Lebanon, Ohio. She watches and Dot watches and cheers them on as they come through there.
Hey, Beth, why don't you come on the show here and join us? All you have to do, you could see there in the comments right above where you made that comment, you'll see a link.
Yep.
Just click on it. Come on in. We'd like to talk to you.
That was my. Yep. Lebanon was my hometown for about 10 years, so love riding down there.
Yeah. That's got all kinds of
terrain.
All kinds of terrain you want. And
yeah.
So where were we at before? Well, Claire did such a good job with.
Yes. As all of our impromptu reporters did.
Yeah, we just picked these people out of the air, so to speak.
Yep.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, Marie wasn't a pick out of the air. We knew
right.
her. But Rose, we knew her.
Mm-hmm.
And we missed some things, and we apologize for that. But I'll tell you, this stuff is coming at us like a fire hose.
Mm-hmm.
And then these connections, you say, well, I'll see you then. Well, they may not be connected then. I may be, getting something to eat and not be near my phone or something like that. I don't always have it right with me. And so we miss a lot of that stuff. And I'm sorry about the misses. But that said, I think we did a great job. Jim, I think in coming years, I've got an idea of a different way of going about it.
Okay.
I won't talk about it here because I need to chat with you about it, debrief a little bit, and think through how it's going to work. But the one thing we got figured out is how to handle all these incoming files.
Yes.
And not lose track of them.
Definitely. And I gotta say, Lee, you did a fantastic job editing and all that with everything going on. Great job, Lee.
Yeah. And you know what? I think Matt Geis might be out there listening.
I thought he was going to show up at 42, but unfortunately he didn't make it there. So
Matt Geis, if you're here, look at your descriptions box, and there's a link there. I want you to come in here and talk to us. Just come on in. Follow that link, and we'll see you. People don't want to talk to us, Jim.
No, I think they've got stage fright. But I wouldn't know anything about that, would I? How long did it take you to get me on the air?
A long time, but I'll tell you what, they're probably scared of both of us. I mean, if you could look as bad as Jim and I.
There you go.
It doesn't matter.
And then we got...
Was there anything that surprised you guys on this year's race?
Like I said, it was kind of a weird... Because normally, by the time everybody hits Ohio, we've got teams and solos coming through together. And it seemed like... all the solos came flying through, and then the teams were behind them for some reason, which was kind of strange this year. That was my big surprise. What about you, Lee?
Yeah. I know just talking to people. Now, sadly, two of the people that we were following closely, both DNF, Brian Welch, and then Sandy had that accident, which, thank God, nobody was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
She decided that that was interesting when I talked with Nancy, her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy's decision not to go on. She could have. There wasn't a probably physical reason, but she felt that for the team morale and so forth, that she had how should you say it, proved what she came to prove.
Right.
And she didn't need to go on after that. And
it's sad that she was doing so great, and even though I think this is going to be her last RAAM from what I was understanding, sad that it ended that way. But like you said, she accomplished what she wanted to accomplish, so that is excellent.
She hit every goal,
Yes.
every target, and Sandy knew the RAAM route like the back of her hand.
Yes.
And she knew every turn, every hill, every pothole, and what time she ought to hit that pothole.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was a
Definitely.
great thing.
Yep.
I don't know of any. Go ahead, Jerry.
Was safety first for her crew.
Yeah, did you hear what happened exactly, Jerry?
I think they got rear-ended by a distracted driver.
Yep.
That's right, the follow car. And as it was, the bike rack served as a crash cushion.
That happened to me. I know.
And even the bike in it was okay.
Wow.
The recumbent, but the rack was toast. But yeah, so that's why we have the rules about follow cars at night.
Definitely. Exactly.
They were very lucky.
Yes.
Fortunate that shoved the car past Sandy.
Oh, really? I did not hear that.
Yeah,
Wow.
but she was off to the side.
Okay. Thank goodness.
Or the car. It wouldn't have been as bad as a car coming at her, and
Right, right.
but it would have done some damage.
Wow.
Let's take a peek here. Go ahead, Jimmy, while I take a look at something.
Yeah. I mean, I was really impressed this year with the quality of the crews. Like I said, no infighting. Everybody was happy and smiles when they came through. Both solo riders with their crews and the teams. Also wanted to give a big shout out to Joanna Sharp. She participated in the virtual RAAM this year and did real good. And give a shout out to the Riley and those guys there that put that on. Great job, guys. And we hope it continues, because that gives people that can't be on the race and people like you and me to experience some of the routes that are available or that are on RAAM. So great job, everybody. And I want to thank all the officials that stopped in. That was wonderful, because sometimes we were having a big lag time between riders, and at least we got to see somebody and talk to somebody. So, and they were all tremendous this year.
Hey, I think Vesna might be listening in.
Vesna, we want you on here.
Vesna, you go there into the description, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, up almost to the top of them, you'll see a link that you can use and come in here. We'd like to talk to you about Spiegel bikes.
Definitely.
So,
The bike of RAAM.
That's right.
Yep. And the three Indians we had on in a previous show all came through smiles and happy. Got to talk to all of them. It was a great time, And anybody out there that's watching or watches this on a rerun, so to speak, come out to a time station and you'll get hooked even more.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a couple that comes every year to Blanchester. They came and they actually slept in their car between riders in the evening, stayed there most of the week. Great people.
Yeah. Yeah, you get hooked on it pretty easily, and
That's what happened to me. Huh?
I still remember a couple that stopped back when the time station was up in Troy, and they didn't know what was going on. They just said, "What's going on?" And it was 36 hours later before they left.
There you go.
I mean, that kind of things happen.
Yep. And if there's not a time station, or if there's a time station near you that's not manned, think about going out there and starting one up.
Yeah, all you need is a lawn chair and an umbrella.
There you go.
You don't have to do what Jim does with all his equipment.
Yep.
That's where it started here. I mean, I remember over here by the McDonald's station right near me in Englewood, Ohio, that corner.
Yep.
Couple from the Dayton Club put it up there, and next thing you know, is one thing after another.
And you don't know how much the racers and the crew appreciate being able to stop and talk to somebody or hear the cheering going on. Gives them that mental boost to go on farther.
Well, I want to say that we had contact with the Chamber of Commerce in Ulysses. I've reached out to the Chamber in Camdenton, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to reach out to the bike shop there in the other.
You okay, Jerry?
Yeah.
Jerry dropped his watch there. I can't think of the town right now, but where the bike shop is the time station in Missouri.
I can't think of it easier. I'm still mentally kind of out
Yeah,
there.
I was looking at their stuff today, and tried to see if we can't spot some places along the way. And I don't want them to say this full story, just a little video once in a while. Just
There you
like
go.
we did,
Yep.
Jim.
And I think those
And
work great.
They work great. We can put them together into a story.
Yeah.
Rick Patterson there in Wichita, Kansas, he's right on the route. He set
Mhm.
up a little stand right by his house. He seems to be willing. And then Doug Dougherty, which we need to get some video on here. Just runs a couple of things real quick, Jim.
Okay.
He's
then
been following Dorina, and he sent us this.
Okay.
Sajay Dorina.
Awesome.
Thank you for that.
Definitely.
Claire didn't get back on, but she sent it. She got to the even though her racer ended there in Colorado, or I guess it's Kansas.
Yep, Kansas, I
she
believe.
sent us this from the finish line of the Japan Randonneurs 8.
That means they're on their way through the parking lot to the finish. So Japan Randonneurs 8. Yep, there's the horns. Here they come. Started a week ago today in Oceanside, California, and have raced non-stop across the United States, finishing with a time of 6 days, 19 hours, and 12 minutes. Fantastic performance by this team from Japan. Let's give a big welcome here to Annapolis City Dock.
That is awesome.
So Claire sent us that. And the idea is if we could get a bunch of those little clips like that, we can put together a story.
Oh, definitely.
You know, there's always a story to be found.
Yes. Hey, Jerry, I had a question. How did you hear about RAAM, and how did you get involved, being interested in RAAM?
Just basically started up liking ultra racing groups on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had an interest to get started in that somewhere. And then been a fan of Dodge Watcher for a few years.
Awesome.
And then I found you guys and then started watching your show, and I enjoy it a lot.
Sorry about that.
No, it's great. It really is. You guys do a good job and everything.
Thank you.
We embrace our incompetence,
There you go.
Gary.
Non-experts, correctly?
Non-experts. We don't claim to be anything but just two guys that love this sport
Yes.
and do what we can to advance it. You know what, Jerry? I love talking to you, but I'm getting tired, Jim.
Yeah, I caught up a little bit this morning and last night, and I'm still, an hour or two a night. I don't see how those guys do it. It's just amazing.
I'm going to give you a great tip.
Yes.
On YouTube, there is a channel called Rail Relaxation, RAIL.
Yep.
Have you ever seen that?
Yes, you told me about it a while back.
What it is, Jerry, it's European trains going across Europe with a camera in the front cab, watching the rails go by. Now, I started looking at it just to kind of see the scenery, but I worked on the railroad, and I forget what they used to call it, but there's a phenomenon of seeing these ties come flipping at you.
Mm-hmm.
it'll put you to sleep like nobody's business. So this afternoon, I said, I want to get a nap in before the show. I'm going to turn this on. So I did, and of course I went right to sleep.
Yep.
But they last for hours, and I would wake up and kind of look at this thing again.
I'll have to try that because I needed a couple of times. I was past my point, you know.
It is a great thing, and if you don't go to sleep, you see some great scenery.
Definitely.
And, rail relaxation, I think it's called.
That's awesome.
And it's France, Germany, Italy, Slovenia, Slovakia, Herzegovina, those parts of the world that I've never been to, and I get to see a little travel log and great relaxation.
There you go.
I guess.
And Jerry, if you sound like you want to get into ultra cycling a little bit and stuff, if they have Sebring down in Florida, that's a great place to start because they've got a short 6-hour one. You can do 100-mile as your first little try, and Borrego Springs out in the fall, which is another great place to start.
Yeah.
Some of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have relatives out there, so guess what? You're getting company.
There you go. That'd be awesome. We're going to try it out again to get out there and do some reporting and crew for a couple people. So hopefully it happens.
Quickly before coming up this summer is Paris Paris.
Yes.
And Kelly Wegan, who's going to be our reporter, just broke her leg.
Oh no!
I think she hit a pothole.
Oh no!
So I am assuming she won't be one. Lambdo he had COVID. I hope he's recovered enough. I don't know if that's infected his.
I think Georgie's going to be out there, isn't he? Stoichev?
Maybe so. I could get in touch with him.
I think he's doing something. I think that's it. So he would be a great one to maybe help us a little bit.
And one of my longtime friends from Findlay, Ohio, who is a RAAM veteran, Debbie Haas. What's her name now? I forget.
I don't remember.
Smith or something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Debbie. But she's going to report for us. So at least we got those.
Definitely.
I'll get a hold of Georgie. And was Phil Fox going to PvP?
I don't remember.
Okay, anyhow, we got that coming up.
Yes.
That, we've got the race around Poland, the World Championships.
Yes.
And we got Prosperi, and his wife's going to report from us from there. Plus, the organizer, he's going to promise us some videos.
Yes.
So, even though we're in hiatus,
we're still going to be out there.
We're not working. We're doing all kinds of things. If you have something going on, you'd like us to follow you or help you promote it with some videos, hey, that's what we're here for.
And April and I'll be live from Ragbri in about 28 days.
Yeah, I forgot about
Ragbri. Yes.
Yeah, we expect great things from you there.
Oh, we hope so. It's going to be crazy. A lot of people this year. Going to try to break a world record of 100,000 bikes.
Thank everybody for watching. I know this was just kind of rambling tonight. You probably didn't want to talk to us, but at least this makes us feel better that we've been able to put a period to it.
There you go. And we got Jerry on here. That was great. Long time watcher. That's great. Awesome.
Every show, Jerry shows up, and we appreciate that, Jerry. Believe me, we may not say anything about it, but we do appreciate it.
Yes.
And we also appreciate Greg Zuber.
Yes.
Well, if it weren't for him, you'd have to watch us forever. So with that, don't go away, Jerry.
Yeah.
With that, we're going to say goodbye.
Yes, definitely.
This is Gregory Zuber, thanking you for watching and sharing.
Music by Kevin MacLeod.